Live fitter and longer with the Fitzness Show, hosted by fitness expert, author, and TV personality Fitz Koehler. She'll tell you why diets are dumb, supplements are snake oil, and the truth about how you can earn a lean, hard, pain-free, and athletic body. Now for our favorite bossy blonde, Fitz Koehler.
Hi, team, and happy holidays. I'm Fitz, your fitness expert from Fitzness.com, and welcome to the Fitzness Show. I'm really excited about today's show because I think it's something we all need to hear, and I want to hear from you as well. So we're going to talk about getting fitter, not fatter, through the holidays, and how to strategize and game plan for that time between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day, which seems to be a real struggle for some folks. And if you are one of those people, go ahead and use the comment section, say hi, comment, ask questions. But, you know, as a fitness professional, my whole adult life, it's been fairly painful to see so many people just let their health go to pot over the holidays as if that's some sort of legitimate excuse. Showing up on New Year's Day, 10 pounds heavier and slovenly with back pain and a gut you had no idea you could have. Not okay. Not okay. That's not what Santa was created for, or the Jesus thing, or the Hanukkah thing, or whatever thing you like. That's not what it's all about. So I care about your fitness all throughout the year. I care about it 365 days a year. And I hope you do too. And I guess that's why probably you've tuned in, is because you care about your health and you would like to get through the season without those pitfalls. So hello, Sarah. Good to see you. Katie Stefaniak. Hello. Katie's probably running a race right now. Her and Jason never stop running races. Hi, Tim. Okay, so holiday season, you got to have a game plan. You got to have some strategy, or you might be surprised in the new year. And what I can tell you is that the information I'm giving you today isn't really like December only information. And so the reality with fitness is it doesn't change. It doesn't really change. I mean, you can change. You can choose which activities you're pursuing or which foods you're consuming, but the formula for being fit doesn't change because of the holidays versus the rest of the year. And here's the really good news. The formula for fitness doesn't change if you're in menopause. It doesn't change much if you're pregnant. It doesn't really change if you have cancer. It doesn't change if you have a sore knee. It's always the same. And so you can rely on this information. It's going to work for you no matter what. In fact, my people know that even if they're in a body cast, if they use the exact formula for weight loss, they will lose weight. Even if they're in a body cast, like a robot, and they're stuck and they can't move, they will lose weight. So I know that this whole show is not just about weight loss. So if you don't want to lose weight, just fine. Oh my gosh. I just lost Facebook. That's really upsetting. Come on back, Facebook. Oh, shoot. If you can hear me or see me, let me know. This is not okay. All right. This is not okay. They just told me they're having trouble streaming on Facebook. And it's an issue on Facebook Send. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to send y'all to YouTube because Facebook is being a jerk. And I misspelled that. Hopefully you're receiving that. Live there, please. I love tech issues. Isn't tech so great? Remember, Facebook just shut down about a month ago. It just shut down for the day. Had a bad day. Not surprising. They've got some real troubles over there. Anyways, I'm going to go on, and hopefully you can catch on. I know a lot of people watch this on replay. So our strategy for fitness is not going to change no matter who you are, where you live. There's not much difference to it. So I'm going to start with the basics, exact formula for weight loss. If you know it already, hang in there for the next 60 seconds while I review it. But really, you need to learn how to eat the right amount of the right food for the size you'd like to be. That's it. You don't need a diet. I don't want you to diet. I don't want you to get any pills, powders, supplements. shakes, none of that stuff. You don't have to buy anything weird. You don't have to buy any sort of packaged, bottled food that has the word diet or weight loss on it. In fact, I implore you not to do that because it's a complete and utter waste of your money. So all of those people in your social media chain that are trying to sell you some sort of crap, stiff arm them like you're doing the Heisman pose. Get them out of your life because they're snake oil salesmen and they're stealing from you. So we'll start there. You don't need that stuff. What do you need? You need to eat the right amount of the right food for the size you want to be. Now, at fitzness.com, there's a thing called the exact formula for weight loss. If you follow me, you've probably heard it before. If not, just go to fitzness.com. There's a very in-depth, thorough article. But basically, you're going to decide what your goal weight is. So say you want to be 170 pounds. You're going to tack a 0 on the end of that goal weight. That's your caloric budget. It's shockingly that simple. So if you want to weigh 170 pounds, 1,700 calories is your daily budget. And again, without going too far into it, today, if you choose your budget and then you stick to it long term, eventually your body will shrink down to that size. Now, let's say you're 110 pounds and you'd really like to be 130. You can also put a 0 on the end of 130. And if you eat 1,300 calories a day, your body should gradually go up to that number. So it's almost like setting the thermostat at your home. You pick a number, you stick with that budget, your body, and you do the work. Eventually, your body will get down to that number. So that's your caloric budget. Your caloric budget works in June, it works in July, October during Halloween, it works in November during Thanksgiving. Your caloric budget will work all the way through December and January. It's shocking, I know. Your body's like, wait a minute, we need some cake and mashed potatoes. Maybe you can have a little bit of that as long as it fits into your caloric budget. You can have whatever the heck you want. Now, I'm going to encourage you to include a ton of healthy foods within your caloric budget. Why? They're nutritious. They serve your body in a variety of ways, but healthy foods are usually more filling. So you'll fill up far faster on lobster and carrots and apple than you would on crackers, right? You could have a heck of a lot of lobster, carrots, and apples for a very small amount of calories. But if you went and had crackers, you could have just a small amount of crackers and get a lot of calories and you still wouldn't be satisfied. So very important that you learn you learn the formula. And again, read the article. It's much more in depth, but it will answer all the frequently asked questions because there's so many of you that are like, but what if this? Just trust me, go read it and you'll know. Now, this is the thing I really want you to decide on for the holidays. I want you to commit to exercise daily, every day. And I normally don't say that. Normally I tell people, hey, you should exercise most days of the week. And I strongly believe that that's the way to be most days of the week. But during the holidays, when people are constantly shoving pie and mashed potatoes and eggnog and alcohol and cookies in your face, perhaps if you're going to need some wiggle room, daily exercise will serve you well, at least in the weight maintenance or weight loss department. And then the other thing is holidays are very, very stressful and they require a lot of effort. And we talk about holidays, oh, they're relaxing with the family. Holidays are not relaxing with the family in my world. Holidays are shopping and store to store and fighting crowds and traffic and parking and then hunched over wrapping a bazillion presents, not presidents, because that would be upsetting to the American people if I wrapped up the presidents. But yeah, you're hunched over. So committing X amount of minutes every day of the holiday season to some exercise, absolutely essential. So when I say exercise, so many of you think running and walking. Yes, those are great. But why not go for a swim? Strength training, such a great stress outlet. But then strength training builds muscle, it burns calories, stretching counts. But every day, this is what I'm telling you, every day you have to commit to some sort of fitness. And not only the basic exercise, go-to options we talk about most days, I want you to think outside of the box because it's winter. And so maybe you can go skiing, cross-country skiing. Maybe you can go sledding. Maybe you can get outside and build a snowman. I've only done that at a very small level a couple of times because I'm a Floridian and I've only seen snow a couple of times. But it's pretty active. You got to scoop up the snow and pack it and hopefully make a really big snowman. That could be great exercise. So utilize the fun adventures winter has to offer, but exercise every single day. Give me at least 30 minutes. You can do more. And I know that sounds outrageous to some of you. What is she saying? Exercise every day of the month. Yeah, walk the dog, get on the trampoline, jump up and down, play football on Thanksgiving Day. You know what I'm saying? Every day, do something. Okay, so we've got some comments here. Melissa just ran the OC half. Yes, I was at the start and the finish. I hope you had fun, Melissa. We had an extraordinarily fun time at the start this year. In fact, the OC Marathon show is directly after this one. So when I get off here, go to the OC Facebook page and tune in. I'm going to have Gary, Kelsey, and Rudy on, and we're going to talk about all the fun we had this weekend and fond memories. And then here we go. Another comment. We've got Jacqueline Seltzer says, I'm having foot surgery on Monday. No running, swimming, or impact exercise for at least a week, which is actually a short amount of recovery time. Yes, stocking up on carrots instead of cookies as a bedtime snack. I'm stocking up on lavender and orange tea. Very lovely. Maybe I'll make a permanent change in my diet. Yeah. And so, yes. But one of the things you said, the word you said at the end, diet, I don't use the word diet. And I know people say a healthy diet, referencing to the way they eat, their eating habits. But diet to me means short-term behavior that leads to short-term results, usually involving a lot of suffering. And so, yeah, I have interns write articles on my website. In fact, I have a variety of professionals write articles on my website too. And I always tell them, do not use the word diet on fitzness.com. It's just something to get away from. I know I'm nitpicking here, but sounds like you're doing the right thing. You can do seated exercises. You could actually get on YouTube, and we tend to reserve the chair fitness classes for senior citizens. Okay, it is great for them, but it's also great for people who have lower body injuries. And I used to teach fitness on a cruise ship way long ago, and I led sit and be fit classes, and they were so much fun, and they were actually quite a good workout. So just because your foot needs to rest doesn't mean your hips can't get a good workout and your upper body can't get a good workout, and you can't jam out in your chair. You can do leg lifts, you can do a whole bunch of things without putting pressure on that foot. So I hope you consider doing that. And Jacqueline, I believe you will. And we got Sarah back again. I love the idea of getting active every day. That's right. So we're game planning. Yeah, not every day of the entire year do you need to exercise. I mean, is that a good idea? For sure. But I also do believe in days off. But during the holidays, if you're one of those people who tends to go, a little outside the boundaries, and you hit January 1st thinking, uh-oh, I've packed on a few pounds, then every day. In fact, you don't even have to be that person to commit to daily exercise during the holidays. I just think it's going to benefit you. I know it's going to benefit you in so many ways. Weight management, yes. Is it okay to get to New Year's Day stronger? Absolutely. More flexible? Hell yeah. With better balance? Are you kidding me? Of course I would be. And if you increase your cardio, and maybe you could cycle further or swim longer or dance more by New Year's, is that a good idea? Absolutely. So I say commit 5 days a week, 7 days a week, because there's 7 days a week. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place, but you got to have the game plan and you got to commit to it. So I want you to go look in the mirror and decide who you want to be on January 1st, because it's not really my job to choose that for you. It's your job to choose that for you. So you go say, hey, where are we going over the next month? Are we going to let the holidays happen to us? Am I okay with gaining 10 pounds? Am I okay with a sore back from all the shopping and no stretching? Choose. For me, I am very committed to getting to January 1st. I want to look hot in the bikini. I want to be able to run really fast. Not really. I want to be able to run really far. I want to do an obstacle course race. I want to get outside and do some fun adventure stuff. So yeah, January 1st for me, I want to be better than I am today. That's my commitment. You decide for you. All right. And Jacky, thanks for the shout out. I will stretch and use weights. Good. That'll make me happy. And if you want to share your feedback along the way, say, Fitz, look what I'm doing. Great. It's interesting how many people use injuries as an excuse to do nothing, just nothing. Like, I broke my arm, I can't exercise. Really? Because I didn't think a broken arm had anything to do with your ability to walk, to use a stationary bike, to do an elliptical, to stretch out your legs, to do bridges. I mean, there's so many things you could do. Really, most injuries don't have to sideline you completely. They just force us to be creative, and it's worth it to me to be creative. Okay. So now we're going to talk about the actual holiday stuff, because some things do change. First of all, you're probably going to be invited to parties. I'm guessing all of my people are very lovely and very interesting. And of course, they would be invited to parties, right? Of course, of course. So you got a game plan. If you are on a mission to be fitter, not fatter, you show up at the party. Don't leave it to chance that the host is serving something that you'll like and that's going to help you stay within your caloric budget and your fitness goals. So bring a dish. Show up with something you feel good about, something you would enjoy eating that would not wreck you, right? You know, you don't want the sugar hangover or whatever it is. Popular choices, shish kebabs. You put some lean meat and veggies. Boom. People love it when you show up with that. My neighbor always shows up to my parties with shrimp cocktail. He's the most important and beloved man at the party because he shows up with shrimp cocktail. That's shrimp and cocktail sauce. No butter. He just brings the shrimp, which is very low in fat, high in protein, a wonderful choice. So you can bring a fruit bowl or a veggie platter, but you can also bring some cool stuff that's really healthy that everybody loves. And you can enjoy your dish without having to stay hungry or have to settle for pigs in a blanket. So something to consider, bringing a dish. Now, the other choice, well, there's a few other choices. You could eat before the party. Brilliant. Go fill up on something healthy and fabulous. So when you arrive at the party, you're not even hungry. You don't care what they're serving. Or you can make dinner plans to go eat after the party. Again, you don't want to show up to dinner and not eat dinner. So perhaps you'll avoid the party food if you have a plan for after. And then the last option really is to enjoy the party food in limited amounts. All right. So you have your caloric budget. Maybe yours allots for 1,600 calories. Okay. So maybe you're going to take it a little easy at breakfast and lunch. You're going to have a salad for lunch. Maybe you're going to have fruit and a kind bar for breakfast. And now you've got 800 calories left for the party. And that's where you can have your pig in the blanket or your brownie or whatever the heck else you would like to enjoy at the party. As long as it fits into your budget, that's fine. You do have to use some restraint though. And I know it's not easy. I know we get around these bring a dish parties and there's something wonderful there, or maybe it's glamorously catered and you want to try everything. Sometimes we have to hit the pause button. It's important to remember that holiday food, almost all holiday food, is available all year round. That's right, kids. You can have mashed potatoes in June. I swear. You can have mashed potatoes in July. They exist. So when you sit down for Thanksgiving dinner, you don't have to eat all the mashed potatoes because it exists. Pecan pie, you can have it in March. I kid you not. I know this sounds totally foreign to some people, but you can have almost all of our holiday favorites all throughout the year. So you do not have to feel obligated to gorge on anything and everything because it will be there again. It's not going to be your last opportunity to have fruitcake, although it probably should be. I don't know anybody who likes fruitcake. I've never seen anyone in my entire life sit down with a slice of fruitcake and eat it. I've seen fruitcake on the table. I've seen at my family functions. I don't know why my mother keeps buying this stuff because nobody's ever eaten it, but apparently somebody likes to eat fruitcake, or at least they like to buy it and then throw it away. However, if you wanted to eat fruitcake in May, you could do it. You could do it. So the food is available year round. And I think sometimes it's lost on us. People think I can only have peppermint stuff in December, so I have to eat all the peppermint stuff. And that's just simply not true. So holiday food exists year round. Take it easy. You can manage the good stuff, the yummies, into your caloric budget, have a little bit here and there without breaking the bank and blowing up because of it. All righty. The other thing I want you to consider at the parties is to have fun at the parties. Don't hold up the wall. Certainly don't hang out over by the buffet. And I find uncomfortable people do this because they can keep a drink in their hand or some snacks in their mouth and look busy. I know social situations can be awkward. I get it. This year, you're going to be the party person. That's right. You are officially assigned to become the life of the party. Why? It's good for you. It's good for you in so many regards. You're not sitting there noshing all night. But what's so bad about shaking your thing in front of a group of people at a party? Nothing. And if there's music on, you should be dancing. And even if you're a bad dancer, yes, who cares? Who cares if you're a bad dancer? Do you lose points in life because you have no rhythm? I don't think so. I don't think anyone at your office is going to, put you up to be fired ASAP because you can't tap your toe to the rhythm or shake your booty like the other folks. So get out there and dance. What if gasp they all thought you were a fun person? What if they thought, oh my gosh, Bob is really fun. I never knew he was fun. He doesn't have a lot of good rhythm, but he's a really fun guy. And Susie, boy, she's really energetic on the dance floor. Maybe we could give her a promotion and get her that new project. So be the person, be the fun person at the party. You can dance. Try not to be too gory if you're at a work party, but have fun dancing, burn a lot of calories, make some friends out on the dance floor. Do karaoke. If you've got a bad voice, great. So do I. Never miss an opportunity to sing karaoke. And this is the secret to karaoke. If you do not have a great voice, you have to put on a great show. That's it. Find a song you know by heart. Of course, there's usually the lyrics on the screen. But then do your best with the words, but don't mumble. You never want to be on if you're a mumbler, you should not be on a microphone. And as a professional speaker, I have a strong opinion on this. If you are a mumbler, you should not be on a microphone. But if you are on a microphone and you've signed up for karaoke, you got to belt it out. No matter how bad your voice is, you got to belt it out. And then you got to shake your thing. You got to just make a show of it. That's the secret. And that, of course, will keep you away from all the cookies and the cake and the brownie. If nothing else, your waistline will enjoy the fact that you were doing karaoke. So you've got your party assignments. Your party assignment is to dance. Your party assignment is to do karaoke. You can also spend some time making out in the corner with whoever you want to make out with. That burns extra calories and certainly is calorie free. Could possibly turn into a great workout later that day. It's up to you, but you've got a lot of opportunity for party fitness. Cornhole is a great choice. And if you're in the South, cornhole's everywhere. And I think you guys call it something else in the North, beanbag toss or whatever. But get outside, go by the fire. Just do the stuff, right? Do the stuff. Here in my neck of the woods, we do hay rides. We do square dancing. Yes, we are nerds and I love it. It's super fun, but I never miss the opportunity to have a good time at a party. Parties aren't just for sitting and drinking wine and complaining. Parties are for partying. Can we commit to this? Yes, everyone who's watching, give me a hell yeah. We're going to sing some karaoke, shake our thing, and make out in the corner. That's exactly what we do at parties. All right, so you've got your party procedures, and I hope you invite me to a party where you are because I would like to see you do all of that stuff. But now I want to talk about baking because baking is a really kind of fun part of the holiday. And so many of us like to do it. I personally enjoy baking. The food I make is pretty good. It's never, it's never pretty. I don't have a knack for making anything beautiful for the most part, but I do enjoy the process. I've especially enjoyed doing it as a kid and with my kids. And so if you're going to bake, you have to have a game plan. Oh, yeah. All right. Phil is going to the parties. He's going to be dancing, karaokeing, or singing and making out in the corner. I want pictures, Phil. Hell yeah. Thank you very much for that bold response. Thank you very much. Okay. So baking, back to baking. Yeah. So if you're going to bake a lot of food, you have to make a plan to get rid of the food because if it sits on your counter all day, you will eat all the food. You will eat the batter. You will eat anything you make. So you have to give it away. You have to gift away the food, send it to class with your children or your grandchildren, send it to the police department or the fire department, give it to your neighbors, send it to a old folks home, or bake it, have all the fun making beautiful, delicious cookies, and then throw them the hell away. Well, I know that sounds like a horrible suggestion, but it's just sugar and flour and oil. That's what most of it is. it's not a sin to throw that stuff away. Now, if you had a big, beautiful fruit salad you made, I think it might be sad to get rid of that. But if you want to throw away the very beautiful sugar, flour, and oil combination you just created, I think that's probably a great idea too. So enjoy the baking, but make sure there's a game plan for getting rid of your goodies. There has to be strategy up front, or you will pay the consequences. My other tips are to bake in a more healthy way. And so I substitute sugar-free syrup for butter or oil in almost all recipes, cookies, brownies, cakes. And you're thinking, what the hell? So if it asks for half a cup of oil, I buy the sugar-free syrups known for flavoring coffees. So it might be vanilla sugar-free syrup or caramel sugar-free syrup, whatever. I get those and I replace the oil with the sugar-free syrup. It's 0 calories and it does the same job of moistening the cake or moistening the brownies. If I'm doing brownies, quite often I use sugar-free chocolate syrup, but that's a home run. It takes away a lot of fat, a lot of calories, a lot of sugar. So that's my baking tip over there. I choose to what's the word? Substitute Splenda for sugar. So I don't own sugar. I don't keep it in the house, but I do own Splenda or stevia. So I'll make the exchange there just to kind of lighten the load. I know a lot of people cook with applesauce. There's a bunch of other interesting, wonderful ways to make substitutions. So do that. It doesn't hurt to make a better brownie. There's actually black bean brownies, and it sounds horrific, but they're delicious. They taste just like brownies. I think there's actually a black bean brownie on fitzness.com, but you have a lot of options, and I think you should use them. And then when it comes to your meals, make lighter choices. Just make lighter choices. You don't have to dump all of the butter into your mashed potatoes. You don't have to use full fat milk in your mashed potatoes. You could use skim milk. You could use less butter or no butter, believe it or not. You could also make great substitutions with gravy. You could also just cook a heck of a lot of fruits and vegetables. Just add those and things don't go so wrong, right? So you got to be modest. And I know it feels like it's Thanksgiving. We have to pull out every stop and get everything. No, you don't. And I don't care if your Uncle Louie complains. I don't care about that guy. And if Aunt Marjorie gives you a stink eye because you didn't make her favorite flan, okay. I'm okay with that. You don't have to be at the mercy of everybody else's demands. So do your best, have some fun with it, but make sure it all sticks within your caloric budget and you don't leave temptations around because that's really the biggest thing. And now, after I've told you to give away your goodies, one of the things I'd like to suggest you do is not give away goodies. Why? Because nobody else wants to fight this battle too. Do you think your child's teacher or your dentist secretary wants to sit there with a big tin of cookies on her desk every day? Do you think that girl would like to look better in a dress or feel better? Do you know most everybody in the country is trying to lose even just a little bit of weight? Do you think it's fair to drop gobs of cheese or chocolate on somebody's plate on desk? It's not. It's not a great gift. And it's easy. I know it's mind-numbingly easy to just go get a batch of whatever and bring it to your doctor and say thanks. But it's your doctor. You can think your doctor wants everyone eating cookies, especially his staff or his patients. No, so think outside the box. Perhaps this year you buy everybody candles, or you buy them fuzzy blankets, or you buy them beautiful pens or sweaters, or I don't care. You can write them a beautifully handwritten note that says, I care about you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your friendship, whatever. And maybe that is it. Maybe that's your gift. Maybe you get an Amazon gift card or a movie gift card. But are you going to bring batches of brownies to everybody you care about? Not cool. I don't think it's cool at all. So there, that's my tirade on goodies as gifts. I think really all the sugar, flour, oil combination, you could take a bite and dump it in the trash. That's probably the best antidote for that issue. And then one other thing, I lost it. Alcohol. Alcohol. You're all grown-ups. You can make the choice whether you want to have some alcohol or no alcohol. But my clear reminder is that any alcohol you drink should fit in with your caloric budget. And keep in mind that the more you drink, the less likely you are to exercise, the more likely you are to indulge in other high calorie, unhealthy food options because your inhibitions are down. You're also likely not to sleep as well because of the alcohol, which will make you less likely to exercise. I mean, it's a whole cycle of unhealthy outcomes if you're going to drink. So keep it to a minimum and know that it likely will throw other things off. So for me, I chose to mostly just be sober. I'll have half a beer here and there, but it's just not worth it to me. You get to make your choice. You're a big kid, probably. But yeah, the holidays, listen, they should be wonderful, right? Holidays are for family and friends and celebrating your religion, perhaps, celebrating great festivities, New Year's Eve. But holidays aren't about eating as much junk as humanly possible and sitting on the couch and watching football. I know. Shocking. Shocking. If you love football so much, don't blame your beer belly on Tom Brady. I love Tom Brady and football, so I must sit on the couch and drink beer and eat chicken wings. No, if you love football, go out and play football. Get a football, throw it around with your buddies. That's how you show your love for football. Yes, you can watch football on TV, but you know where you can watch it? You can watch it on your treadmill. That's right, I said it. You can do that. You can watch it on the treadmill. You can watch it while riding a horse on your phone. That's right. You can put football on an app. There are so many options for you to watch football, not on your couch, not with a big platter of chicken wings. So we all make choices. What I'd like you to do is decide who you want to be on January 1st and then make a strict strategy. My strategy, I tell you what, daily exercise. It's going to go a long way, not only because you're going to be burning the calories and making the muscle and gaining mobility, but that effort you make in fitness will likely deter you from making big sacrifices with your caloric intake too. So can't go wrong. Can't go wrong exercising alone to beat the stress, exercising with your family because you're together. And why not? Why not go through a wonderful hike in the woods or go bobsledding together? There's so many great choices. You just have to make them. And that's the thing that's consistent about Fitzness here. It's 365 days a year. In fact, Gary Kutcher, my race director from OC, I was just talking to him earlier and we were talking about doing the show tonight. And he said that there was a famous quote that said, "It's not about what you eat between Christmas and New Year. It's about what you eat between New Year's and Christmas." So yeah, it's a lifelong, year-long, month-long, week-long, day-long effort. You should always be doing a little better. You don't have to be perfect. And if you utilize the exact formula for weight loss, again, right on the cover of fitzness.com, you will have a caloric budget that allows you to choose where you want to go a little wild with your eating choices or have a little extra at the bar. But you have to make those decisions. I hope you make good ones. I hope you do. All right, folks. So that's it. I hope you get to the holidays fitter, not fatter. If you haven't already done so, I would love to have you join my group on Facebook. It's called the Hottie Body Fitzness Challenge. And it's a wonderful group where I give not only exact formula for weight loss, but every single day I'm prescribing workouts and giving you little workout videos to go with them. So you're never confused. You're never lost. You know exactly what to do. I'm providing well-rounded workouts that target your entire body with strength and flexibility, great cardio choices with easy substitutions, and more importantly, about 2,000 of the sweetest, most supportive humans on planet Earth there, encouraging each other to greatness. And these people achieve greatness all the time. It's staggering. Some of them have lost hundreds of pounds, and some of them have lost 5 pounds, and some of them have gained the 10 pounds they needed to gain, full of muscle. But they're wonderful. And I would love to have you join us. Like all my resources, it's free. and it's fun, and you'll get your fill of me. But that's it for today, folks. If you have friends who struggle through the holidays, send them this link. I'll be here for them too. All right, team, that's it. Get to work. Love you all. Bye.